5 brutal acts of British in India that still haunts Indians' memory. First, Bengal Famine 1943. In 1943, Bengal turned into a graveyard as nearly 3 million Indians starved to death, not because food didn't exist, but because Winston Churchill's government diverted food supplies to British soldiers fighting World War II. Mothers boiled tree leaves to feed their children. Infants sucked on empty breasts of their mothers, and entire villages disappeared. Ignoring all this, Churchill remarked, "If food is scarce, why hasn't Gandhi died yet?" Second, Wagon Tragedy 1921. During the Malabar Rebellion, Mappila peasants of Kerala were captured for rising against oppression. On 10th November 1921, 90 of these prisoners were forced into a closed railway wagon with no windows, no air and no space to move. By the time it reached Podunur Junction on 19th November, 70 of them were dead, suffocated, drenched in sweat and struggling for every breath. A surviving prisoner later described his experiences that as soon as the train started, they realized that the air was insufficient and they could not breathe. They were so thirsty that some of them licked the sweats from their clothes just to stay alive. The British simply dismissed it as an unfortunate accident. Third, the Komagata Massacre 1914. In 1914, a ship named Komagata Maru sailed from India to Canada carrying 376 hopeful Indians, mostly Sikhs, dreaming of a better life. But when they reached Canada, they were not allowed to step on land. For 2 long months, they were kept waiting on the ship, starving and crying. When the ship was finally forced back to India, British police at port near Kolkata opened fire on them, claiming they were rebels. 19 men were killed instantly, many were wounded and rest were arrested. Fourth, the Jallianwala Bagh massacre 1919. On April 13, 1919, thousands of men, women and children gathered peacefully at Jallianwala Bagh in Amritsar. They had no weapons, only hope. Suddenly, General Dyer blocked the only exit. With cold precision, he ordered his soldiers to fire into the crowd. Bullets rained for 10 minutes. Over 10,000 lives were lost. Fifth, indigo plantation exploitation. As indigo dye was in high demand in Europe, the British forced Indian peasants to grow indigo instead of food crops. They paid very low prices, not enough to cover even the cost of cultivation, and the crop ruined the soil's fertility, leaving the land barren. Those who refused were beaten, their homes burned, and the lands were taken away. This led to hundreds of suicides in some districts of Bengal, but for British, it really didn't matter until they were making profits.